Welcome to Sharkbait News. These are our headlines. A fatal shooting in Lewiston, Maine, injuring and killing dozens. The shooter is still at large, and the suspect's family is urging him to turn himself in. Next, Israeli Defense Forces released footage of an airstrike they say killed senior Hamas commander Hassan al-Abdullah on Thursday, apparently taken from a jet showing several airstrikes in Gaza. And finally, 2 firefighters were rescued from a burning recycling plant in Oceanside. They were trapped under debris. All of these stories and more on Sharkbait News. I'm Madeline Kane, and we start with this. Wednesday night, the man who fatally shot more than a dozen people in Lewiston, Maine is still at large. Law enforcement are looking for Robert Card, who they consider armed and dangerous. Card is accused of killing at least 18 people and injuring 13. The shootings took place at a bar and a bowling alley. According to Katie Card, Robert's sister-in-law, she says he began to hear voices a few months ago after he was fitted for high-powered hearing aids. Since then, his mental health had deteriorated quickly. Card's family says, quote, "We don't know this person. That is not him." They urge him to turn himself in. Here is Jeanette Mills, governor of Maine, with her remarks on the shooting.
I'm so deeply saddened, as is every one of the 1.3 million people of this beautiful state. This city did not deserve this terrible assault on its citizens, on its peace of mind.
We'll bring you more on this story as it develops. Local residents are concerned over a potential battery storage project being built in their neighborhoods. Last Wednesday, a community meeting took place regarding the Holtsville Energy Storage Project, a facility that will store lithium batteries. The project has already gone through several planning and development stages with the town of Brookhaven and received approval of the New York State Public Service Commission. When these batteries catch on fire, it is very difficult to control. The concern from a retired FDNY firefighter who lives in the area says, quote, "It's a tremendous amount of water needed. That's the main firefighting challenge, is to have the ammunition, if you will, to extinguish this." The storage site would be located within 1 mile of 3 Sachem schools. Parents are concerned about the toxic fumes these fires can cause. Savion is the company behind the project, and they plan on holding a public information meeting before the end of the year. Coming up, a beautiful story, how COVID-19 might have saved a toddler's life. The parents say they are so incredibly lucky. More on that after the break. And later, 2 firefighters rescued after being trapped by debris, having to be hospitalized with only minor injuries. Let's send it to Callie for a weather update. Callie?
Right now we have partly cloudy skies and it's 50 degrees out. Full weather forecast after the break.
No matter gay, straight, or bi, lesbian, transgender life, I'm on the right track, baby. I was born to survive. Lady Gaga. According to the Trevor Project, suicide attempts by LGBT youth and questioning youth are 4 to 6 times more likely to result in injury, poisoning, or overdose that requires treatment from a doctor or nurse, compared to their non-trans straight peers. The Trevor Project also mentions that 40% of transgender adults reported having made a suicide attempt, and 92% of these individuals reported having attempted suicide before the age of 25. You should know that members of the community fall victim to harassment much more often than you may think, and, unfortunately, attempt or complete suicide more often than their non-trans straight peers. There are many resources that are open to LGBTQ+ members, including but not limited to suicide prevention. There are many groups for any and all members of the community to meet in, whether it's virtual or in person. Also, Suffolk County Community College welcomes members of the LGBTQ+ community and enforces a chosen name policy. For more information, click the links in the description or go to sunysuffolk.edu and search LGBTQ.
So you want to be a shark? Just follow these 5 simple steps you should know to apply for enrollment at Suffolk. Step 1, complete an application online, by mail, or in person. Step 2, send in your transcripts and immunization records to the Central Admissions Office. Step 3, apply and check your eligibility for scholarships and financial aid. Step 4, once you're accepted, complete placement testing at your home campus. Step 5, complete advising and registration. Congratulations, you are now a shark. For more information, visit our college website at sunysuffolk.edu and search Apply.
A COVID diagnosis may have saved a Long Island toddler's life. 2.5-year-old William Long is lucky to be alive. At just 8 months old, William and his parents were all diagnosed with COVID-19. William suffered a seizure and was rushed to Cohen's Children's Medical Center. During his 5-day stay, Dr. Sean Rogers ordered an MRI on William's brain. The MRI revealed a lesion of the right temporal lobe. After monitoring his brain for a few months, Dr. Rogers noticed the lesion was growing into a low-grade tumor. Dr. Rogers and William's parents made the decision to remove the tumor from his brain. This surgery could cause memory loss in William's future, but after a 6-hour successful surgery, William would retain his memory and is tumor-free.
And we know that a lot of other families are not as lucky as us, so we count our blessings every day.
His parents and the doctor say William is truly unique and COVID saved his life. Let's go to Callie for our full weather forecast. Callie, how's it looking this week?
Thanks, Maddie. This week isn't looking too bad. Hi, everyone. I'm Callie Messina, Sharkbait News meteorologist. Right now, we have sitting around 47 degrees as the day moves on. We'll get up to 51 with some sun and a small chance of rain. Later tonight, we'll drop to 41 with some showers. Looking at our temperature map, almost all of Long Island is showing around 50 degrees with a small chance of rain, but nothing to cancel plans over. After midnight tonight, we're expected to see about a 1/4 inch of rain. We'll most likely have wet roads for your morning commute on Wednesday. And now to our 7-day forecast. Tomorrow we'll get rain with a high of 48. Thursday, the sun comes back, but a little chilly at 51, and the weekend will be partly cloudy in the possible 50s, hitting 60. That's your full weather forecast. Back to you, Maddie.
Thank you, Callie. Coming up, $25,000 worth of products stolen at a Smithtown liquor store. Police are still looking for the suspects. And then we go into detail about how 2 firefighters get saved from a burning building. We'll hear from the fire chief after this break. You're watching Sharkbait News.
When attending a community college, the challenge can be how to get there. You should know Suffolk County Community College students have access to the Suffolk County's transportation system, also known as Suffolk Transit. One of the perks of taking the bus is the student's discount. The fee is normally $2.25, but for a student it's only $1.25. Be sure to bring your student ID because you will need it to get the discount. Suffolk Transit operates bus routes that provide services to all 3 of Suffolk campuses. For more information, go to the college website at sunysuffolk.edu/transit or visit the Suffolk County Transit website at sct-bus.org.
As a student at Suffolk Community College, you should know about priority registration. Priority registration allows current students to register for the upcoming semester prior to open registration, which is when everyone can register. Your date of priority registration is determined by your academic progress. That means the more credits you earn, the earlier your registration date will be. Log into My SCC and select the Student tab, then select Student Information and view your holds to find out when you can register. In the meantime, review your DegreeWorks student audit to see what courses you will need to take. Then check the class schedule and determine what time block and course sections will work for your schedule. Be sure to write down the CRN numbers of the classes you want to register for, as you'll need them when registering. If you have any questions, there are a few places you can get answers. One place you can visit is the Academic Advising and Mentoring Center on your local campus. Or you can speak with a counselor at the Counseling Center, or you can meet up with an advisor in your major. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Faculty, staff, and administrators are here to lend you a hand. For more information on advising and counseling services, go to the college website at sunysuffolk.edu and search academic advising.
Police are searching for 2 men who broke into a Smithtown liquor store, stealing $25,000 worth of products. The men used a machine-powered saw to break the lock of the Wine Guy liquor store. The men took off in a silver GMC Acadia Denali. Suffolk Crime Stoppers are offering a cash reward for information that leads to an arrest. Israel Defense Forces say an airstrike has killed Hamas commander Medhat Mabushar. The airstrike struck over 250 Hamas targets, including a terrorist tunnel network in Gaza that detonated a secondary explosion. The Palestinian death toll has passed 8,000 as Israel continues to launch airstrikes in response to Hamas attacks on October 7th. More than 2,000 people in Israel have been killed, mostly civilians, and over 200 people, including foreigners, children, and adults, have been taken by Hamas and remain in captivity in Gaza. Israel is hoping this airstrike is the first of many to drive back Palestinian forces. And our top story today, 2 firefighters were rescued from a burning recycling plant in Oceanside. The fire started around 2:30 p.m. at Cousins Metal Industries on Brown Court. The warehouse manager, Jonathan Antonelli, says he initially saw an exhaust fan go up in flames and tried to put it out after getting his workers to safety.
With the fire extinguisher, did the best I could. My immediate boss was also helping me pull material away from the fire, and after that it just got to be too much.
According to the Nassau County Fire Marshal, the firemen were trapped by fallen debris. The firefighters were rescued by an assistance team waiting outside the building. As the debris started to fall, 5 or 6 firefighters got trapped inside, but only 2 needed to be hospitalized.
We had a collapse inside the building where a few firefighters had to call a mayday. Luckily, we got them out.
Everybody's safe. That's all we can say.
Oceanside Fire Department chief says the call initially came in as an electrical fire, but the cause of the fire is under investigation. Thank you all for tuning in. If you want more news and updates, check out our social media pages. I'm Madeline Kane, and this has been Sharkbait News. See you tomorrow.